CRIMEBUSTERS.
It's freedom at last. 56 days of anguish has finally ended. Despite extreme pressure and tragic losses in captivity, the joint forces executed a flawless rescue operation without conceding to the demands of the terrorists, establishing a new standard for national counter-kidnapping strategy. While I commend the National Security Advisor, Nuhu Ribadu, for his hands-on coordination of that operation, I have no doubt that the IGP, Olatunji Disu, will now heave a sign of relief, having had several sleepless nights over this incident. Mark my words, with this breakthrough, the end of insurgency in Nigeria has just begun. With that, I say a very wonderful evening to you wherever you are watching. Welcome to another episode of Crime Busters on Channels Television. Tonight, we brought you happenings first at the IGP IRT. That's talking about the Inspector General of Police Intelligence Response Team, the Lagos State Police Command, and the Nigerian Police Force National Cyber Crime Center. But first, I'll go on a quick break. When I return, we will get the program underway. I am Desmond Wajubu. Welcome to another very wonderful moment on television.
My name is Olatunji Disu. I'm the Inspector General of Police. I encourage you to watch the Crime Busters.
Crime Busters.
Welcome back to Crime Busters on Channels Television. Tonight, we'll begin from the IGP IRT, where operatives of the Lagos zone successfully dismantled a drug syndicate, arresting 6 suspects in a well-coordinated operation. What caught my fancy the most about this operation is that the DCP Adamu Mwazu boys turned down $8,400 bribe to get the job done. Here is the story.
6 suspects, including a 21-year-old, are currently in the custody of the Intelligence Response Team over alleged trafficking of dangerous illicit drugs. The commander of the tactical team, DCP Adamu Mwazu, told Crime Busters that the Lagos zone, led by CSP Kasumu Rilwan, carried out the operation while acting on credible human intelligence. During the well-coordinated operation, several packages of substance suspected to be cocaine were recovered.
In compliance with the IGP directive to stamp the nation of crime and criminalities, men of IRT attacked the Lagos Annex office while acting on credible human intelligence. On the 1st July 2026, arrested some group of individuals who are into hard drug dealing. 2 individuals were discovered to be in possession of a total quantity of 2,060 grams of that illicit drugs in 103 wrappers. Substance has already been well kept, and the suspects are in custody. The suspect confessed to operatives that these items were gotten from Niger Republic through land border and will be moved to Algeria through land border. A fellow by name Amako is there at Algeria to receive the materials.
In an exclusive interview, the suspects explained the roles and level of involvement in the organized crime.
Now my habit I know only me because me and started that last year. The other time I get a big problem. One boss for my belly, so I can't treat myself. Now that's why I come. I want to treat myself. If you lost market, understand? If you lost, now you go still pay. Don't go one now 1,500 euro. So now you go carry, now you go use your hands, transport yourself, come back, come treat yourself.
We have the connection through this thing, through net. So based on I see the guy. So later on he now told me say that if you went to Sokoto, then we went to Niger, then we'll get it. Person will come and give us the stuff. Then we now went there. He now both of us now swallow it. That's how we started it.
Okay.
We now went there and we meet the guy face to face. That's how we meet. No, he just call us. We come, he give us the thing, then we enter hotel and eat it before we move on. Before I eat it, I use my hand to tie it more before I eat it. So, even more, like I said, everybody have blocked me. Everybody have blocked us since we have this issue.
In an attempt to compromise investigation after the arrest, a suspected financier of the syndicate showed up and allegedly attempted to bribe the team with $8,400.
On the 4th of July, a fellow by name Udo Ugochukwu came to the operatives with a total sum of $8,400 to bribe the officers to release those suspects in detention. That fellow was equally being arrested and detained. Investigation is ongoing.
But in line with the IGP DSU's doctrine of zero tolerance for bribery, the operatives rejected it and arrested the suspect.
On Wednesday last week, I received a call. I'm in my shop. Someone called me in the village, being this one blood. I see what is going on. That's the whole his brother in someone's house. That he explained everything to me that they are into this business. That he felt them that he is hard rock. So that the police hold them. That he don't know if I can help anywhere. I said, help, what do you want me to do? He said that they are Oga in Algeria, and police people have already bargained price.
Okay.
That they agreed that they will bring up 30 million naira. And I'm going to change the money to dollar. So what I changed is $8,400. So I brought it to them. If I'm not a cocaine, I will not come here. I want to help.
As suspects are expected to face prosecution upon the completion of investigation, DCP Adamu Muazu said the war against criminality isn't just about the courage of police operatives, but also about the vigilance of the citizens who are expected to provide human intelligence. Speaking further on their determination to sustain the war against criminality, he maintained that at IRT, it's not only about keeping Nigeria secured, it's equally about sustaining the legacies of IGP Olatunji Rewandisu, PSC Daga, NPM.
It's CRIMEBUSTERS.
The Commissioner of Police in Lagos State, Tijani Fatai, is backing his words with action. Naturally, a man of very few words, but his operational sagacity is louder than gunshots. 4 days ago, he combed all the black spots in Lagos and arrested 135 suspected cultists. The details of that operation is contained in our next report.
In sustenance of recent clearance operation codenamed Operation Kosari, a joint operation between Lagos and the State Police Commands initiated by the Inspector General of Police Olatunji Rewandisu, PSC Daga MPM, the Lagos State Commissioner of Police Tijani Fatai has declared a total war on cultism in Lagos State. His directive was clear: take the battle to their doorstep. In line with his policy of proactive policing, the CP targeted the 7/7 calendar of god groups and ordered a total clampdown, mobilizing all area commanders, divisional police officers, and tactical teams, including Violent Crime Response Unit. All black spots in the state were combed to completely dismantle the volatile infrastructure of rival code groups preparing for their highly destructive annual 7/7 initiations and retaliatory strikes. At the end of the operations, the commander arrested, from different parts of the state, a total of 135 cultism suspects. While addressing newsmen, the CP spoke on the exhibits recovered. Describing cultism as a major crime in the state, the CP vowed that with 135 suspects undergoing rigorous interrogation, he will stop at nothing in flushing out cultism from the state. He went further to hand down a note of warning.
Within this week, and this press briefing is informed by the activities of the cultists within the state. Like we always told you that we are going to stop at nothing than getting rid of the cultists from the street of Lagos. And as we all know, that usually yesterday, which happens to be 7th of July of every year, used to be their day of initiation of new members into the cultist groups. That is the various groups of cultists that are available. And with this, in our usual way of proactive policing system, we went out on the street of Lagos with our convoy patrols, visibility policing, and aggressive raids of all the criminal hideouts within the state. Going by the fact that we know these men will always come out on 7th July of every year to initiate new members. And we have to take the battle to their den, of which this has yielded a very good result. We know the major problem we're having in Lagos State for now is this issue of cultism. Parents were warned, a lot of advocacies were made, sensitization was made, stakeholders meetings for parents to warn their wards not to associate themselves with any of these cult groups. But even at that, many of them did not yield to our warnings. Like I told you, we will not relent in our effort to get them off the street. As much as we can arrest them, we'll continue to arrest. And we will make sure, in accordance with the law, they will be dealt with accordingly. Our proactiveness and the proactive policing yielded the results you are seeing now. During our patrols, we are able to arrest about 135 suspected cultists. You can see them there. All of them were arrested at various locations within Lagos State. The effort of the divisional police officers, the tactical team commander, the VCRU commanders, all together, Lagos State policemen has yielded this result and has made it possible for us to arrest this number of cultists at their various points of initiation, both the old members and the new members that are to be initiated. 135 of them were arrested yesterday, 7/7/2026, and the exhibits recovered from there are as follows: 9 battle axes, 7 machetes, 15 locally made Beretta pistols, 1 English Beretta pistol, 1 locally made revolver, 6 locally cut-sized pistol, 1 locally made double barrel pistol, 1 locally made single barrel pistol, other illicit drugs, substances subjected to the Indian end, 11 bottles of different brands of alcoholic drinks, 6 mobile phones, different assorted charms. All of these were recovered from various locations where the cultists were trying to initiate their members yesterday. This operation was carried out between yesterday night and struck this morning. And all of these were recovered from them. And like I said, those you are seeing now were equally arrested from these locations. Well, This is just to sound a note of warning to the rest of the cultists in the state that we will not relent. No matter what it takes, we will not relent on their case. We will ensure that as much as possible, we'll get Lagos State rid of all these cultists. And the note of warning equally goes to the parents, because all these suspects are from various or different families. They are members of particular families. They are known people. They are not from the blues, like we usually want. Parents should warn their children, their wards, their family members, because the end of it will not be palatable to them at all.
CRIMEBUSTERS.
Welcome to Grandview Park and Gardens.
The transformation of the Badagry-Sokoto Road is set to redefine the future of Aton-Ota, Ogun State. With the road now being tarred and expanded, connectivity between major commercial and industrial hubs is becoming faster, smoother, and more valuable than ever before. Home to major landmarks like Canaan Land, Covenant University, Bells University of Technology, and the bustling Songo-Ota commercial hub. Now imagine the level of growth this new road infrastructure will bring, connecting Lagos through Ogun State and stretching all the way to northern Nigeria. And right here in the heart of this development are our premium estates, Grandview Park and Gardens Phase 1 and Grandview Park and Gardens Phase 1 Extension. This is more than just a road project. It's a gateway to asset ownership, accessibility, and a thriving future in Aton-Ota.
Agron Homes.
Building cities, communities, and homes.
CRIMEBUSTERS.
IGP Olatunji Riwon Disu's operational strategy is holistic. While he's combing the forests in a war against insurgency, he's also ensuring that elections are not turned into war. At the same time, the Nigerian cyberspace is not left out. Next is the reports of major breakthroughs of the AIJ Akaniyene Ezima-led center. The first public relations officer, CSP John Iniedu, will be our guide.
The Nigeria Police Force, through its National Cyber Crime Center, is tightening the rope on all forms of cyber-related crimes within Nigeria's cyberspace. The first public relations officer, CSP John Iniedu, brought it to the fore during a press briefing on the massive, painstaking, and well-coordinated onslaught by the AIG Akaniyene Ezima-led NPF National Cyber Crime Center. Headlining this massive offensive is the dismantling of a highly sophisticated insider syndicate that targeted telecom giant MTN Nigeria, colluding with compromised internet staff, a criminal network used in stealing login credentials to breach MTN's core billing platform, fraudulently generating massive airtime and data bundles distributed across over 2,000 prepaid lines. Following surgical strikes across Kano, Katsina and Abuja, 6 suspects were clamped into custody, while over 400 laptops and thousands of dollars in cash were recovered.
This investigation was initiated following a complaint by a telecommunications firm regarding the unauthorized use of staff login credentials to manipulate the company's billing and payment systems. The syndicate fraudulently credited airtime to selected mobile numbers and converted the airtime into data bundles distributed to over 2,016 prepaid lines, resulting in an estimated loss of approximately 7.7 billion naira by the telecommunications firm. Investigations revealed collusion between internal company staff and external accomplices who exploited stolen login credentials and remote access services, RAS, tools to gain unauthorized access to its systems. The fraudulently generated airtime and data were sold to unsuspecting vendors through various WhatsApp groups, and data trading platforms. During targeted operations in Kano, Katsina, and the FCT, 6 suspects were arrested, and large quantities of electronic devices and cash exhibits were recovered by the NPF NCCC. The company has since successfully reversed over 2,900 terabytes of stolen data valued at approximately 3.8 billion naira. Investigations are ongoing to apprehend other principal suspects at large and fully dismantle this criminal network.
In the same manner, CSP Iniedu told newsmen that an international alliance across borders, a joint operation between the centre and the City of London Police, codenamed Operation Seraphim, targeted a ruthless network of 24 digital threat actors whom he said were operating across 434 encrypted Telegram chat rooms. He said the syndicate specialized in the wholesale theft and trafficking of personal identity cards, credit card details, and online banking credentials belonging primarily to UK citizens. Operatives traced the digital footprint straight to Ojo, Lagos State, arresting 4 suspects.
Operation Seraphim is a joint operation between the NPF NCCC and the City of London Police, aimed at dismantling a cybercrime network comprising of 24 identified threat actors operating across 434 Telegram chat rooms in Nigeria. Investigations traced several members of the network to Ojo local government area of Lagos State. The syndicate specialized in the sale of stolen personal and financial information belonging primarily to United Kingdom citizens. 4 suspects were arrested, while others are ongoing to apprehend additional members of the network and principal suspects.
The first PRO went further to state that the digital dragnet didn't stop at financial fraud. It moved aggressively against malicious actors weaponizing artificial intelligence to threaten national security. Operatives tracked down and arrested Ifechukwu David Ugwa, the operator of the TikTok account Ratel TV. Ugwa allegedly used digital manipulation tools to sync authentic footage of social media personality Very Dark Man with a completely fabricated deepfake audio clip impersonating President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, falsely claiming the presidency was deliberately fueling national insecurity for political gains. Ugwa, who was arrested in Delta State, has fully confessed and will be arraigned in court soon.
The suspect allegedly circulated manipulated video containing authentic footage of Very Dark Man and fabricated audio impersonating President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR. The manipulated content falsely portrayed the president as deliberately sustaining insecurity in Nigeria for political and electoral gains. Following digital investigations and social media tracking, the suspect was arrested in Delta State and admitted to publishing the doctored video through his Ratel TV account. The matter has been recommended for prosecution.
In the same sweeping operation, CSP Iniedu confirmed that the NPF NCCC similarly neutralized 3 other major cyber threats. An international cyber fraud scam center busted in Asaba, a fake 29 million naira NGX cryptocurrency investment scam involving Chinese nationals, and an Edo-based blogger spreading viral fake security panics about Boko Haram in Abuja. As all sections in the force continue to speedily align with the vision of the Inspector General of Police, Olatunji Rewandisu PSC Daga NPM, the message from the center is clear: compromise Nigeria's cyberspace and go to jail.
CRIMEBUSTERS.
Welcome to Grandview Park and Gardens.
The transformation of the Badagry Sokoto Road is set to redefine the future of Atlanta, Ogun State. With the road now being tarred and expanded, connectivity between major commercial and industrial hubs is becoming faster, smoother, and more valuable than ever before. Home to major landmarks like Canaan Land, Covenant University, Bell's University of Technology, and the bustling Songota commercial hub. Now imagine the level of growth this new road infrastructure will bring, connecting Lagos through Ogun State and stretching all the way to northern Nigeria. And right here in the heart of this development are our premium estates, Grandview Parking Gardens Phase 1 and Grandview Parking Gardens Phase 1 Extension. This is more than just a road project. It's a gateway to asset ownership, accessibility, and a thriving future in Aton Ota.
Agron Homes.
Building cities, communities, and homes.
CRIMEBUSTERS.
Our time is up, so it's time for us to go. But before I leave, I'd like to passionately appreciate the 23rd Indigenous Inspector General of Police, IGP Olatunji Rewan Disu PSC Daga MPM, for throwing his weight behind this program. Also deserving of our appreciation is the management and staff of Adom Homes and Property for identifying with us. We also encourage you to identify with us. We also appreciate your feedback. We encourage you to please take advantage of any of our handles on this screen. We'll be glad to interact with you. Until I come your way again next week, remember that security is a shared responsibility. We must all play our part to ensure that Nigeria, our beloved country, is secured. I am Desmond Nwachukwu. Until next week when I come your way again, it is good night and God bless Nigeria.